everyone is free writing to answer that question. Yes. I'm projecting it now. Give me a minute, I'm projecting it now. Free write, you have 5 minutes. In a society in which most people cannot read or write, what role does storytelling, music, and art play? Give you 3 minutes. We're doing 13 and 14. All right, and pencils down in 5, in 4, in 3, and 2, and 1. So our focus question, as I said earlier, is what do the Canterbury Tales reveal about identity and storytelling? Our content framing question for lesson 13 is how does Gatto use composition and space to tell a story? and that's what we'll be looking at first. Go ahead and draw a notice and wonder on your paper. Draw a notice and wonder T-chart on your paper. So today we're going to look at a different type of storytelling. The story told through visual art. Go ahead and draw a notice and wonder on your paper. Everybody should have their notice and wonders drawn. Seven has his notice and wonder. Earl has his notice and wonder. Ariel has her notice and wonder. Daniel has his notice and wonder. Cash, sit up. Sit up. Cash has his notice and wonder. Okay. That's 100% with their notice and wonders, class point. Look at the painting on the board. Look at it for a few minutes. You can see. That's it. That's so you can see that. You can see it better?
Yeah.
And begin to jot down what you notice and wonder about that painting or that picture. That is a wonder. If you're not sure, it is a wonder. So as you've looked at the painting on the board, I want to ask a question. What have you noticed about the painting? Strong hands. What have you noticed about the painting? What have you noticed about the painting, Earl? You see what? You see a dog? Okay. 7. You see sheep. You notice one man appears to be praying.
They're wearing full coverage clothes.
They're wearing what kind of clothes?
Full coverage clothes.
Full coverage clothing.
I see a lot of cattle.
You said what?
I see a lot of cattle.
You see cattle? Okay. Cash? What's happening in this image? What do you think is happening?
Oh.
Who's talking?
Forward.
Who's talking? LJ?
People.
All of them are talking to each other, you think? One look like a statue. Yes.
I think they're gonna be farmers.
You think they're farmers?
Yeah.
Say it loud. They're probably tradesmen. What do you notice about the colors? What do you notice about the colors? They're different colors. What did your eyes first hit when you looked at the painting? The sky. That's the first place your eyes hit. What do you notice about how the scene is arranged? What do you notice about that? What you said, LJ?
I was asking what I said.
I said, what do you notice about the arrangement, the way the different things are arranged on the painting? Yes.
I think it looks like it's layered since the sky is trees and then the background thing is
Okay, it's layered. It's layered. What do you notice about the figures of the characters in the scene? What particularly do you notice about the figures of the characters in the scene? Daniel, what do you notice about the pictures, the figures of the characters in the scene? Sit up and look. Tell me what you noticed. What's the first thing you notice when you look at that? Go ahead. You notice the one holding the stick first. What you see, Daniel? The title of this painting, a piece of work, is Yoshim Among the Shepherds. That's the title of this piece of work. Is anyone familiar with the word shepherds? What is a shepherd? What's a shepherd?
No.
Have you ever heard of a shepherd before?
Yes.
What's a shepherd?
The person like holding like
Okay, take care of the sheep. A person that takes care of the sheep. So a person who herds or watches over sheep is a shepherd. In the same way in the English classes, readers use words like plot, setting, theme, and characterization to talk about literary text. Then those who study art, those who study formal vocabulary and talk about the elements of painting in art uses painting techniques. So what I want us to do is to generate, we're gonna generate some elements that people would probably examine when discussing a work or a visual art. So let's do that as a class. We're going to generate some things that a person who would discuss a visual art or painting, some elements that they would look for. So what would you look for? What should one look for when we discuss a painting or a visual art? So these are going to be the elements of art. All right, and I'm going to leave this pen here, and I'm going to ask the question, what should people look for when they're examining a work of art? Go ahead and put that number 1, color. Okay, so put number 1. Yeah. Put number 1. So what colors the artist use? Okay, anyone else? What else should they look for when they're examining a work of art? Yes. Texture, go ahead and put that up there, texture. What textures do the artists use? Yes. Okay. What does the painting show? What does the, okay, write a little bit bigger so they can see it. Go ahead, write that. What does the painting show? The scene. The scene. What does the painting show? Try to write just a little bit bigger so we can see it from the back. Yes. Regina. Huh? Okay, what's the background? Scene. He's scene. What does the painting show? Go put next to that. What does the painting show? Next to what you have, the scene. Y'all have to write a little bit bigger because people in the back can't see it. Go ahead. Number 4, you said what? Okay, background. What does the background look like? Okay, yes.
The structures like the lines and shapes.
Okay, shapes. Shapes, lines. Go ahead and put that, number 5.
Volume.
Volume, good. Go ahead and put that, volume.
How you spell it?
Go ahead. Okay. All right, anything else we should look for? Anything else we should look for? 7. Move over to the next sheet, 7. Move over to the next step. Details. So, we said lines, we said shape, we said volume, details. Details. 7. I need you to move to the next step, please. Thank you. All the way. All the way in.
You're putting up.
Details.
That's not It's value.
Yes. Number 5 says value, number 5 says structure. Number 6 is volume. And number 7 is details and what? Details and characters.
And value.
Details and characters. Did anyone think about what the work of art means?
Story, the story behind it.
Okay, the story behind the art. Can you add that? The story behind the art. The painting is up here. Scott. The painting is up here. Wow. Okay, and now open your workbooks to handout 13A. Open your workbooks to handout 13A. Everyone's opening their workbooks to handout 13A. And a voice level 0 in 5, in 4, and 3. All workbooks are open. In 2.
Open your book, bro.
Open your workbooks. In 3. And everyone should have their workbooks open. Lawrence, open your workbook. Open your workbooks. Johanny has her workbook open. Ethan has his workbook open. Mara has her workbook open. Aiden has his workbook open.
Raise your hand.
Cordain has his workbook open. 7 has his workbook ready. 13. Earl has his workbook ready. Where's your workbook? Okay, come sit up here and look on the Okay, so handout 13, can I get one strong reader to read the directions? Go ahead, Amari.
The following words are used to describe and analyze works of art. All of these elements and principles may be represented in a word, though some are more strongly represented in certain pieces than others. For each, describe how the element of principle is reflected in the
Gatos. All right, so the list on the handout, describes some of the formal ways people analyze art. You're going to discuss, we're going to discuss how the list that you generated and the list that you see in the handbook, how they're similar. So how are they similar, and how is the list in your workbook more formal than the list that you created? So look at the list that's in your handout 13A and look at the list that you generated and tell me how the list in the workbook how the list in your workbook is more formal than the list that you generated. Think about it for a few minutes, look at it, give me some strong silent hands to answer that question. How is the list in your workbook more formal? Remember we talked about formal and informal on yesterday when we were comparing the Knight's Tale to the Miller's Tale. So tell me, how is this list more formal? Amari. It gives you a better understanding of the elements. Yes. What were you saying? Okay. Anyone else? So with your shoulder partner, sit up, everyone is sitting up straight and tall. With your shoulder partner, I want you to study the terms and descriptions. And then describe what you noticed about how each is reflected in Gatto's painting. So again, with your shoulder partner, you're going to look at the list in your handout 13, and you are going to describe what you notice about how each is reflected in Gatto's painting. Everyone is working. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to do that. Let's go. Everyone is working. Setting the timer to 10 minutes. Look at the list. And discuss with your shoulder partner. Everyone sitting up. Cash. LJ. No, sorry. LJ. Okay, that's the deduction. Come on. There's a choice. You need to go back there and work with her, or come work with him. Scott, come sit down and work with, Eden. Aiden. Cause I wanted it to be English. Sit down and work with English. Turn around and work with them. You're writing it down in your book. Put the book in the middle so he can see the book, please, if he has, thank you. Turn around and work with them. Yes. I don't recall. I don't think so. Turn around and work with them. Cash. Last one. Come with them. Come sitting work with them. What's called? That's because you're laying down. You have to put your back against the chair and it's gonna feel better. Come sit and work with